Hello. Welcome. Welcome. This is a knit and chat video. I'm so excited to do this. I've been wanting to make one of these for so long. I've definitely watched so many along the years. So we're doing it. This is knit and chat Mother's Day edition because it's Mother's Day weekend in the US where I live. If we haven't met before, my name is Natalie. And yeah, I'm sitting here in the evening. I have my peppermint tea going. It's one of those teas that has like a quote. I think a lot of them do at this point. And so the quote on this tea says, "Every neighbor can be your teacher." So take that as you will, but it's peppermint tea, which I just got today, and ooh, I love it. I've really been embracing like herbal teas here lately, but welcome. Let's talk about what I'm knitting on. I'm working on these socks. These are my variation on the nest socks. I can't remember who wrote this pattern, but I've made them once before, also fairly modified. But they're just these really cute, like the foot is your pretty much basic ribbed on the top, stockinette on the bottom. And then the pattern is written so that you have like, after the heel, you have like an inch of ribbing, and then it turns into a half fisherman's rib or half brioche stitch, which is just so squishy and lovely. So I made one other pair of socks in this pattern where I made them like super long. Like I used a whole skein for each sock, so it goes like all the way up to my knees. And those are awesome, super cozy, but definitely like cool weather socks. So I had this skein, like partial skein left over of, ooh, what is the name of this yarn dyer? On the Round is her brand name. She's based in Maine. Really gorgeous colors. This one is called Season of the Witch, and I love this color. I think it was a limited run that she did, but maybe she has more. And it just has these like, obviously a darker base of like blues and greens, but there's hints of copper and purple and like light green, and it just is like, I mean, guys, I don't know if my phone, I'll work with the phone and the colors, but anyhow, so just have been loving this colorway. See where I am in the pattern. Working on these socks. So the modifications I'm doing, first of all, because this is a partial skein, these are going to be like shorty socks, which is different for me. I normally do like the standard, I don't know, calf height, like whatever most patterns are written for, honestly, of hand knit socks. But I was traveling when I started these, and it was like, all right, we're just gonna like squeeze a pair of socks out of what we have left. So that's the game plan here. I also am modifying the heel construction. So I think the nest socks, actually, it's a great pattern if you like options, because there's like, first of all, there's like fingering weight NDK pattern options, and then there's also like cuff down or toe up options for both. So like it's really 4 patterns in one. I'll try and link this for you guys because highly recommend this pattern. It's like simple enough to follow easily, but like there's a lot you can do with it. And obviously I've modified mine. So yeah, Fleagle heel, I don't know if I'll go into that too much because it's just slightly different from heel flap gusset construction, which is what I normally do. But I think it's a really comfortable heel. This is my second time using it on a pair of socks. I also used it on my first pair of Nest socks, so just keeping that consistency, keeping that vibe going. Yeah, so that's what I'm knitting on in this knit and chat. Also, what am I wearing? I wear this all the time, so if you've seen other videos of mine, like, I probably wear it every other day. This is my Humlebi shawl. Pronunciation might be slightly different from that. But it's patterned by Fiber Tales, I think is her Ravelry name, definitely is her YouTube name. Wonderful knitwear designer, wonderful human, honestly, I believe. And it's just like, here, I'll share with you guys if you're curious. It's kind of like a simple triangle shawl, but what makes it kind of unique is it has like this lace detailing section and then like these little bumblebees. I think that's so cute. It's like a small detail, but like, oh my gosh, it's so cute. And then the picot edge is like nice. It does mean you start from the long edge when you're knitting, which, like, I don't know, some people might like that, some people might not. I didn't mind it, but I knit this one in Silky wool by Elsebeth Lavold. Oh gosh, yeah, Silky wool, which is, if you ever choose to knit with it, just know it's not silky in the sense of like shiny, smooth. It does have a roughness to it, but it knits up so beautifully and like almost no pilling. And I'm telling you guys, I really wear this shawl constantly, so that's impressive to me. So recommend Silky wool if you don't mind a little rustic feel on your hands while you're knitting. Let's see if I can. I had this so like how I wanted it, and now anyways, we're gonna live with that. So, are we gonna live with that? Guys, no, we're doing it like this, like off the shoulder. Okay, shawl styling tips 101. If you have ways you like to wear your shawls, I've been knitting more shawls just because where I live is like, I used to love knitting sweaters, but I don't feel like I wear them as much. Okay, yeah, I like that like kind of drapey. Yeah, so definitely exploring my shawl game. But we'll get into these socks. We'll get into the knitting and the chatting. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad to do this. I always had this dream that I might like have a knitting podcast, and you know, one day maybe. Life is still here for me, and I don't have to cross that off the list, but definitely leading a full life right now. So if I were to have a podcast, I would want to make it great. There's like really wonderful podcasts out there that have inspired me, and I'm just that kind of person where like probably I will hold off until I can make it great, which might not be right now, might not be in the near future. So we're doing knit and chat. I think it's like a nice hybrid in between zone. Yeah, so let's chat. You're not here with me, but I hope you're doing well wherever you are and whenever you're watching this. It is Mother's Day weekend in the US where I live. So I was just reflecting on a few things that are like interesting to me about Mother's Day. Like I don't know, like little things. I was at the gas station this morning and like, okay, we do live in this consumerist, I don't know, paradise, consumerist hellscape. Up to you how you interpret it, but a consumerist culture, shall we say. And so already, like at the grocery store, online, in my email inbox, everywhere for like the past month has been advertising like Mother's Day special, like get a gift card for your mom from this store, or buy this product, or celebrate your mom by spending money in this way or that way, which is what happens in every holiday. Like, if you haven't noticed, I'm sure you have if you're like aware at all. Like, every holiday, it's a new sale. So, like, anyways, read into that what you will. But I was at the gas station, and even the gas station, you know how they'll play, like, not all of them, but some of them have a screen where they play advertisements basically while you're pumping your gas, which is always like, how lovely. I already have to stand out here and pump my gas. But now I also have to be forced to watch your advertisements. Like, ugh, I'm already paying for the gas. Why? Can I, like, you know how they have, you can pay for Spotify or YouTube without ads? Can I, like, pay an extra 2 cents per gallon to not be advertised to while I'm pumping my gas? That's a great concept. Somebody please do that. Anyhow, I digress. Yeah, they were just advertising, and it was like Mother's Day ad, like, hit the road with your mom and buy our gift card or whatever, our gas pass. And I was like thinking, I'm like, is this how we celebrate our moms? Because don't get me wrong, I actually love Mother's Day. I have a mom, believe it or not. I also am a mom. And just in general, there are women in my life, or even parentals in my life. It doesn't have to be women, but there are people in my life who have just nurtured me, have poured into me, have like been there for me when I needed a mom, basically, or that mom energy of like love and cherishing, kindness, nurturing. And that is so special to me. And like, yes, I'm here for celebrating and honoring and being grateful to those people, like, and to that energy that exists. Like, so here for it. But yeah, I don't know if when I don't know if those dots connect for me, you know, like when I think of those wonderful people who I love and honoring them, and then I think of like buying a gas gift card, or like, I don't know, shopping the Macy's 25% off Mother's Day sale or whatever it is. Those things are like in different camps to me. Like, one is just like purchasing and like this machine of purchasing and then earning money and like purchasing things again. That just is like, we all exist inside of it, at least if you live in a Western capitalist country like mine. But then when I think of that mothering energy, you know what I think of, honestly? Like, when I get down to brass tacks, I think of like Mother Earth and just like this creative, nurturing impulse that exists in living beings. Like, whether that is the beings who are human beings who I love, but also like the cozy animal friends, pets that we have. Near my house, there's a body of water, and there's like these ducks, and recently the mommy ducks like hatched their little ducklings, and it's so sweet, you guys. When I walk with my daughter, sometimes we just stop and look at these ducks, and like the little chickies are all following their mom in a line, and then when she stops, they all like huddle around her, and she's looking out for them, and like that's what I think of. Like when I think of mothers, I just think of like cute chickies and like the maternal impulse to look out for your chickies, to take care of your chickies. And yeah. So I don't know if this was like coming to a specific point for you all, but I'd love to know if anyone else like has this cognitive dissonance going on, I guess, between the mothering and the honoring of the mothers, and then like the Mother's Day consumerist complex. Yeah, and I mean, I hope this doesn't come across as like only critical, because like obviously if you buy your mom something that she loves or appreciates, good job. Good on you. I'm sure she really does love and appreciate it. Even if she doesn't, I don't know, not everyone has like specifically with their moms a great relationship, but like good on you. It's really kind to purchase something nice for someone else. So, I'm not completely knocking that. I love receiving flowers. Like, so if anyone buys me flowers this weekend, I will be thrilled by that. But yeah, I think in my heart, like, the impulse here should just be like to do something kind, like just to express how much you love your people, like whether it's your mom or like the friends and family that feel like mom to you, or if it's your animal friends, or someone in your community, even like your plants, like if you're a plant mom or dad, or if there are plants around you and you like nurture them, you give them some water, you give them some plant food, say something sweet, say something kind to your plants. I think even that it hits the chord. It hits the right chord of the season. And it is good to like have a seasonal flow. I think holidays sort of stem from that. Is like, we can be kind every day. We can be kind in all seasons, but when we have a holiday, it's like a little reminder, like, oh yeah, like, let me honor this in some way. Let me show some kindness and shed some light in this area. So I don't know if that's the message. Maybe that's the message, is to honor Mother's Day, honor the spirit of Mother's Day by doing something kind for your living being community, your family, your friends, your plants, your pets. I think that does it, I think that's all you had to do. And then be alive. That's a follow-up. Is like, as a mom, like, it was crazy becoming a mom, because I've always loved other humans. Like, I don't think you have to be a parent to have that experience. But when I had my daughter, I just realized, wow, she could do nothing except be a baby that sleeps and wets diapers and eats for her whole life. And I would just love her completely. And like, obviously, she's already growing way past that. Because that's what babies do, they grow up. But like, ultimately, if you're here, if you're a human, you're someone's baby, and you don't have to do anything to be worthy of so much love. Like, you're just wonderful. Just your existence, you being alive, I promise you, is like so glorious. So glorious and worthy of that mothering, nurturing, compassionate energy. So yeah, like even if you don't specifically choose to take any action to honor Mother's Day, I think if you are being alive and having your life experience, whatever that is, hopefully it's a positive one. I'm hoping positivity for you, but even if it's not, you're honoring your mom. So yeah, it's 2 messages. I wasn't sure if there would be a message here that came through, but yeah, 2 messages. I'm like keeping track of my rib stitches. Yeah, be kind to other people and then be alive. And that's how you can celebrate Mother's Day. And you don't need to buy into the marketing unless that's your thing. You can do that too. But yeah, so this was so much fun, guys. Oh my gosh. Like, I'm always just sitting on my couch knitting anyways, and like having these thoughts. So let me know if you like joining me. I'm probably gonna do this again because it felt really good. So hopefully you may join me again. I made it, I got a little bit done. I swear, guys, okay, this is a knitting side note, but I'm doing 2 at a time, as you can see. And I love doing 2 at a time because it does get you a pair of socks by the end. Like, none of that second sock syndrome where you knit a whole sock and feel really proud and like try it on. And then you're like, oh my gosh, I have to do that all over again. And then it takes like way too much time to knit the second sock. Like, definitely love that 2 at a time gets you 2 socks by the end. But oh my gosh, it does feel slower. Like, I'll like knit and be like, wow, I probably knit a whole inch worth, and then I've done like a round on each side. So trade-offs, always with the trade-offs. But I did like almost a full round. I still have this sock I need to get through. And we're at 20 something minutes. So I think I will shut it down here. Yeah, wherever you are, thank you. Thank you for being here. I wish you so much love. What more can I say? You're so worthy of love. I'm glad you're here. You're welcome in this space anytime. All right. Bye.